Hi everyone. On this incredibly hot Friday afternoon, I've put together a short upper body program that you can easily do at home over the weekend or whenever you've got about 5 to 10 minutes to just do a few upper body exercises. Now today's program is focusing upon shoulder strength and stability, which is a really important factor to focus on, especially if you know that you suffer with neck pain. A lot of you at the gym do have you have quite significant issues with your neck range of motion. So starting with shoulder strength and stability and functional strength is actually a really good way to start targeting that neck pain. Now, all you need for this one, if anything, is 2 cans. So ideally just about, I think these are about 400 grams. I wouldn't go too much heavier than that. If you find any of these exercises too difficult to do with weights, simply just pop the weights down at any time. Now, some of you have issues with your shoulder range of motion due to past injuries or neural injuries that you've got. I would skip the exercises that cause any pain. None of these exercises should cause any pain whatsoever. And if you feel like your form is really slipping, just pop the weights down or just wait till I move on to the next exercise and come back and join us then. So I'm going to use these weights the whole way through until we move to the next stretches at the end. So when you're ready, find yourself in a chair or on top of a fit ball. If you know that your upper body moves around a lot and I'm constantly telling you to stand up nice and tall, then you might like to do this with your back up against the back of a chair, just to keep your back nice and straight so that you're focusing on drawing your belly button into your spine and you're not slouching at all. So sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to start off with a side raise. Now you'll see here, palms are facing down towards the ground, my shoulders are back and down, and I'm looking right up at the horizon, lifting the arms up to a capital T, and then gently lower back down. All of these exercises will be performed for about 30 seconds. So I might do slightly shorter than that, but when performing them at home, you can easily just do them for about 30 seconds. Now you'll see here, I'm not arching my back up to lift those arms up. Try and keep your spine nice and tall, vertebrae stacked on top of vertebrae, so that you're just keeping those shoulders relaxed. And if you need to, you can do this in front of the mirror just to make sure that you're not hitching those shoulders as you lift the arms up. Start to think about your shoulder blades just rotating a little as we get up to about 90 degrees. So lifting and lowering. Have a little rest for a moment, give those shoulders a little roll. And now we're going to move into a slightly different movement, bringing the arms just out in front of the body. Shoulders are back and down, belly button drawn in. Inhale, arms come up to shoulder height, around and down, and then exhale as you pull the arms back in line with the body. So think about expanding as you lift the arms up, keeping the chest proud, don't lean backwards. Arms come out and around to a capital T, and then lower back down. Now remember, these exercises don't have to be performed in a series. You can simply, if you're making pasta and you've got a couple of tins of tomatoes, you can just do a short little series, even for a minute, just a couple of these exercises to work on your shoulder strength and stability. So here I'm trying to work through my shoulder joint. I'm not bending at the elbow and I'm not craning my neck. I'm just bringing the arms around and down, moving through the shoulder girdle only. Now let's change direction. So now we're going to lower down. Bring the arms out to the sides, come out to the sides, around in front of the body, and then lower back down. Now here, as you bring the arms in front of the body, keep your chest proud, show off your collarbones so that you are not rounding through the back as you bring those weights ahead of you. So at any time, pop those weights down if you need to, if you find that your form is slipping just a little bit. Out to the sides, around and down around in front of the body, and then back down. We'll do one more here. In front of the body and gently lower back down. Little roll of the shoulders. Now I'm going to show off the inside of my palms towards the opposite wall. So not hands turned away, open up through the chest. And make sure that you're not just turning the little thumbs out to the side, you are actually rotating through the shoulders. So open the shoulders, proud chest, and from here, without leaning backwards, pull the arms back behind you just a little, and then return forwards. So exhale as you pull those arms back and gently bring the arms forward. Think about expanding the chest as you pull the arms back behind you, and then relax as you come forwards. So gently squeezing shoulder blades together and then come back forwards. I like to think about the little head of the humerus, so the upper arm bone, moving within the joint as I pull my arms back behind me. So think shoulder blades pull together and then gently relax. And pull together and then slowly relax, all the while sitting right up on top of your pelvis. From here now, you can have a little relax through the shoulders, then bring the arms up to a capital T again, and we're going to move into little tiny circles, about the size of a saucer, no bigger than that. So tiny little movements. Think about shoulders staying back and down. Think about wrists strong, so no floppy wrists, strong wrists, long, strong elbows, and all of this movement occurs through the shoulder girdle. And make sure that you're not moving around and using the rest of your body to get some momentum. Really stay nice and tall, up over your pelvis, and just move the arms, and woo, you will start to feel this. Have a little rest if you need to. Roll those shoulders back and down, pop the weights down if you need to for the next part, and we're going to go in the other direction. So 30 seconds, shoulders back and down, tiny little circles, little saucers in the other direction. This is going to start to get quite tough for some of you. This is a long lever. So if you are struggling, by all means, put those weights down. You should feel your shoulders working hard by now. Okay, after about 30 seconds here, weights come down. Oh, roll those shoulders. It is warm today. This next movement now, bringing your arms out as if you've got a little tray out in front of you. So holding those cans in your hand, or just imagine that you've got little weights in your hand. Oh, and if you've actually got 1 to 2 kilo weights at home, you give those a go. But cans are nice and easy and always available in the cupboard. So arms are slightly out away from the body. So no, not right in front. And think about your upper arm staying in line with your body. So I'll show you here. My upper arm is aligned with my body and my shoulders are back and down. So not behind you, just here. Then from here, open the arms out just a little, up to the side. And from here, you are going to keep your shoulders back and down. This is the hardest part. And then reach out just in front of you, then back in. So you can see that I'm reaching my arms just a little further away and then coming back in. Make sure that you are not leaning forwards or leaning backwards. Really keep those shoulders back and down, and try and imagine how those little muscles are working through the shoulder blade to keep that little shoulder blade in place. So really think, squeeze shoulder blades together as you reach out in front and gently come back in. Really keep those shoulders back and down. This can easily be done without any weights, just simply using the own weight of your arms. Shoulders are back and down, and my chest stays really proud. You should start to feel those upper little scap muscles working quite a lot, but your neck should never be in any pain. So every now and again, have a little look left and right just to make sure that neck's not trying to do more than it should be doing. Okay, now finally we can pop these little guys down. And we're going to go into a couple of different movements. Can you bring your arms out to a little 90-90? So my shoulder is just lifted up to 90 and my elbows are bent to 90. Keep those shoulders back and down, don't hitch the shoulders. From here, rotate up, reach slowly overhead. I'm going to lean back a little bit. Gently bring those arms up towards the ceiling. This should actually feel kind of good. Bit of a stretch through the shoulders. Lower back down, return to keeping your spine right over your pelvis, and then rotate those arms back down. Don't worry if you haven't got good range through this movement. Just work with what you've got and lift arms up towards the ceiling. Little tiny lean back, but my shoulders stay back and down. So I'm not letting those shoulders hitch, and I'll show you what I mean by that. My arms reach up, and then I'm not hitching the shoulders. I am keeping my shoulders back and down, leaning back as if you're stretching first thing in the morning. Arms come back down and then rotate down. Fantastic. So we're going to reach up, reaching right up towards the ceiling. Shoulders stay down. Keep shoulder blades pulling together. And then gently rest after this. And we're going to do one more. Reach arms up towards the ceiling and then circle the arms down. Fantastic work. So really keep that nice and relaxed. Okay, from here, we're just going to do a few little circles, reaching up overhead, keeping shoulders back and down, and then reaching all the way back down. Keep those arms nice and relaxed. Keep shoulders back and down, palms up towards the ceiling, and then circle the arms all the way back down. Okay, from here, we're now going to go into a little bit of a neck stretch. So bring those arms up to a capital T. Now I'm going to bring my hand, so my left hand is going to the outside of my right, so it's going over to the right side of my head, and then I'm going to reach my right arm as far away as I possibly can. Gently allow the neck just to glide over to the side, so I'm not pulling at all with my left hand, I'm just allowing my head to glide over to the side, very, very, very gently. And then controlled, lower down my right arm back down to my side. So it's a very gentle stretch here. Nothing significant, just a tiny little stretch. And then when you're ready, let that arm completely relax and take your left arm back down by your side. Arms back up to the capital T, taking my right hand over to the left side of my head, gently gliding my neck over to the shoulder, reaching my left arm as far away from myself as I can, and then gently allow that arm to come back down by your side. Not pulling on your head whatsoever. Just stretching right down through the neck, very, very gently. Okay, from here now we're going to do one more stretch. Now this is a really wonderful one to get some movement through the scapula. So what I'd like you to do now is open the arms, open the palms out like that. So you're trying to reach little things away from you. You'll see here that my palms are bent just like that. And I'm going to reach all the way back behind myself, shoulders back and down. And you might feel a stretch right across the front of your body. And then when you are ready, slightly tuck that pelvis and reach the fingertips back together in the opposite direction. So when you are ready, inhale, open the arms back behind you, squeezing shoulder blades together, chest proud, and then exhale, bring those arms all the way back in together. This should feel really quite wonderful. So open out, all the way back behind you, and then tuck those little arms back in, so flexing at the wrist, and sweep the arms together. Oh, and we have one more that I nearly forgot. What you're going to hear is you're going to bring your arms out into external rotation. So hold a little imaginary tray out in front of you. Open those arms out to your sides as far as you comfortably can. Keep your chest really proud. I'm going to look over towards my left and then gently circle my head around to the opposite side. And then gently all the way back to the other side. So little neck stretches here, keeping those shoulder blades squeezing together, and gently rock your head from side to side. Really gentle stretches here. This should feel quite wonderful down the sides of your neck. One more. And then you are all done. Give those shoulders a shake. You are all done and you're ready to go into your weekend. Thank you all and stay cool this weekend. It is very, very warm.